This is episode 305 of the Beyond the Food Show, and today I'm going to take you through a checklist that will help you set non-diet goals that are clean. And you're likely going to find that most of the goals you've set up to now were dirty. Ready to get this? Stay tuned. Welcome to the Going Beyond the Food Show. I'm Stephanie Dodier, clinical nutritionist and creator of the Going Beyond the Food method. And after a 25-year dieting career that started at the age of 12, I decided to say hell no to diet culture and undiet my life. It is now my mission to help women undiet their life. If you're new to our podcast, be sure to grab our free podcast roadmap at stephaniedodier.com/roadmap. Ready, sisters? Let's do this. Hello, my sisters. How you doing? I'm doing amazingly anxious. Yeah, you can be both at the same time. When you're not afraid of your emotion, you can have duality in your emotion, and I'm having both at the same time right now. Feeling amazing and feeling anxious. I'm going to share with you a little bit as to why I'm feeling this way. Today is December 9th, 2021, and I'm 3 days away from achieving one of my goals that I had set for myself at the beginning of the year. So there's the anxiety of the newness, and then there's the mind-blowing excitement that I have for me achieving this goal. Both at the same time. Now, when you're listening to this, it's going to be December 16th. So I may have achieved my goal by then. I don't want to tell you what it is today because I'm recording this in the past. And I don't want to share it until it has become a thing in my life. But if you follow me on Instagram and that goal has become reality, then you know, because I will be sharing the journey to the realization of this goal on Instagram. And the same thing, if you're part of our community, you've received an email from me on the morning of December 12th to see if my goal had become reality. So stay tuned. If it's reality, I'll probably talk about it on the next episode, or go find out more by getting deeper into Undiet Your Life world, either on social media or on email. But let's get to today's topic, because we're going to talk about goals. I'm going to talk about goals because that's what you and I are going to be bombarded with in weeks to come by diet culture, right? It's mid-December, and diet culture is going to want us to go back and control food and shrink our body and go back to the gym and manage our time and do a complicated morning routine and all the things. So we're going to be bombarded by diet culture goals and a methodology that somebody's going to teach us somewhere to set those goals so they're going to work. And we're going to be able to finally comply with diet culture. What I'm going to do for you today is give you a checklist to make sure, however, or with whoever you set goals, and however you set goals in 2022, you set non-diet goals, goals that are diet culture free, goals that don't focus on the thing to achieve, but the journey to get to the thing that is being achieved. You'll get more as I get through to this podcast. Here's a big differential factor between non-diet goals and diet culture goals. Diet culture goals ties in your worth, your happiness, your confidence as a woman to the achievement of the goal. It makes you feeling worthy, happy, confident, conditional to achieving the goal. Non-diet goal says, no, hell no. I am allowed to be confident today, no matter if I achieve my goal or not. I am allowed to be happy now. I am innately worthy, irrelevant if I achieve a goal or not. Because confidence, because happiness are all feelings. They're emotions. And emotions are not created by a thing. They're created by our thoughts. And this is why when all of us together in years back, we focus on weight loss goal or toning our body or going to the gym or eating perfectly, we were not seeking to shrink our body. We were seeking to feel worthy. We were chasing our worthiness through the achievement of our body. And that is where the big lie, and I want to say the big conspiracy is. Because it makes something that we are innately capable of being, like confident, or innately are as human being feeling worthy, something conditional. And you know what? That never works because it goes against, call it the law of nature, the law of being a human. It goes against the basic principle of who we are. We cannot make our worth, our confidence, and our happiness conditional to the achievement of a thing. It's not something we have to earn. It's something that we can create right now through our thoughts. As human, we have the capacity to create confidence, to create self-esteem, to create all these beautiful emotions without anything external. We have the capacity to do that within our own inner world, through our mind, through our nervous system. So diet culture comes in and says, no, you got to do the thing. You got to shape your body. You got to buy the magic shake. You got to go to the gym 5 days a week. And it's not true. So setting non-diet goals is more than just about weight loss or the size of your body or your eating habits. It's the intention behind setting a goal. That's where the change begins in the exercise of goal setting. So here's what I'm going to do for you over the next, 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to take you through a 9-point or so checklist to help you validate if your goals that you want to pursue are clean, meaning they're non-diet goals, or if they're dirty, meaning they're diet culture influence goals. Now, I'm using the term clean and dirty because it's actually something that my coach uses. So I have a business coach, somebody that helps me think differently about my business because I have a shitload of thoughts that are coming from the corporate world, that are coming from hustles culture, the old way of doing business that I am working actively on dismantling. You're working on dismantling food and body. I've done that. Now I'm into another sector of my life, and my coach teaches goal setting in the context of business as clean and dirty goals. And as she was going through the list, I'm like, holy crap. It's the exact same thing that I teach with food and body and mindset in the context of non-diet culture. So I've asked her, I'm going to link to the podcast episode. Her name is Lauren Cash. I'm going to link to her podcast episode in the show note. It's about business. So for some of you that may resonate, if it doesn't, don't worry. Don't listen to podcasts. Just stick with me here. And I'm going to take you through this. So you're going to hear me actually ruffling paper around because I'm literally using the notes that I've taken from the class that I've attended with her talking about clean and dirty goals. So here's point number 1. Dirty goals are what I call loosey-goosey. They're very abstract. They're like, in our world, I want to be more confident next year. That will get you nowhere. Clean goals have clear, objective result. You'll be able to know when you achieve them. Being more confident is not something that you can pinpoint and say, today is the day that I've achieved my goal. Okay, checklist point number 2. Your goal is dirty if you think you will feel better when you accomplish it. You will feel safer, right? For an example, in our world, once I look a certain way or when I weigh a certain number, I will feel safer. I will feel more confident. The reality is, as I mentioned earlier, feeling safe, feeling confident is not the result of a thing, of an external point. It's the result of our thoughts. Checkpoint number 3. When you're setting your 30 goal, you fantasize about how better your life will be when you achieve the goal. You think that more opportunity will open for you when you achieve the goal, that more certain people or more people will come into your life, right? Think about the days where you were aiming to lose a certain amount of weight because you wanted to find a partner. Dirty goal. You fantasize about how your life will better because a dirty goal is a conditional goal. It has a precept that you have to wait, you have to do something, you have to earn something in order to have a good life. And it's utter bullshit. It's not true. You can create a better life, an easier life today. But when you're in a state of fantasizing, a state of conditional thinking, you block yourself from seeing and creating these opportunities, these feelings now. Because you don't even try, because you are so conditioned to think that better life, that more confident life, that easier life is only possible if fill in the blank. So you don't even try. And you're not willing to start small. Like you go and want to achieve the big thing right away, the perfect ideal goal, right? Think about, again, in the diet culture goal you may have set in the past. You weren't aiming at first to go to the gym once a week, what we call minimum baseline inside of Undiet Your Life. If you're one of our students, you were aiming to go from not going to the gym to going 5 days a week at 6 a.m. in the morning, right? There's no middle ground. There's no minimal baseline. There's not you being compassionate with yourself to slowly working yourself into these new habits, these new action. You're like all or nothing thinking. Okay, checkpoint number 3. You're in a hurry to achieve the goal. And it's very simple. When you attach your life being better, you feeling better to the achievement and the goal, for sure, hell yeah, you're going to be in a hurry to achieve the goal. And you're not going to start small, like to apply what we call minimum baseline, right? Because you want to feel better and you're not allowing yourself to feel better right away. You're making it conditional to the goal. So you're going to be in a hurry and you're going to plan what we call a big fantasy, big plan with all these complicated steps in order to get there faster. And you know what? We've been trained to do this by diet culture. So no surprise that we're doing it now, still when we're trying to be an intuitive eater or a body neutral person, because our behavior around the intention around the goal hasn't changed. And that's what Undieting Your Life does. It allows you to not only change the tactic of the goal and the way you eat and how you engage with your body, but it's the mindset, it's the intention behind the goal. And by the way, as you're going through this checklist and you're having, probably some of you, massive ha-ha moment. You're like, holy shit, she's talking about me. That's how I've been setting goal my whole life. And you're like, oh my God, this is what I need to do. This is a sign for you to come and join us inside of Undiet Your Life. That's what we do. We help you understand the mindset, the intention, the approach that you need to take to goals, much more than beyond being an intuitive eater or body neutrality, which we do, but what do we need to think about these actions differently? So I would love to help you with that. Come and join us inside of Undiet Your Life now. Don't wait till January the 2nd because we're working on this right now. When you join us now, you get access to Undiet Your Life and you stay with us right up until the end of 2022. So we've got your back throughout this whole year of pursuing your goal. Now back to our checklists. Checkpoint number 5, the journey to achieving your goal is not worth it unless you have a promise that you can achieve your goal. So that looks like you hitting a roadblock in the pursuit of your goal and right away you quit because it's not worth it. Because hitting a roadblock means it's difficult and it's delaying this fast track pursuit to relief, to feeling better. And you're like, no, there must be an easier way. Because here's another foundational issue with 30 goals is that you need evidence that it can happen. You need proof that it can happen. You're not willing to take action without the assurance that it's possible. Now, I know some of you's brain right now are probably thinking and giving you the thought, yeah, for sure, I need to prove that it can happen. That thought that you're having right now as I'm saying this is a diet culture thought. The truth is, when you're pursuing a clean goal, you're pursuing something you've never had before in your life, something that you've never created. And in order for you to create something in your life that you've never created before, you need to believe it's possible. The skill set of believing in your own possibility of creating something you've never had in your life before is the journey towards the pursuit of a goal. I'll give you an example in something completely separate from our world here, but think about it in terms of creating a business goal. Like either you want a promotion at work or you want to achieve twice as much revenue in your business. The journey to get to that goal requires you believing that you can get to this goal and building that skill set to believe in yourself because you're trying to create something you've never done before that's never been present in your life. So the ability to believe in yourself is one of the things that we all need to learn in order to create what we've never had in our life before. Checkpoint 6 of a dirty goal. You are afraid of being disappointed. You are afraid of feeling uncomfortable sensation in your body. You are afraid of having uncomfortable emotion. Because the whole reason why you're chasing that goal is to no longer feel these emotions. So you're like, what's the point of pursuing the goal if through it all, I'm still going to feel uncomfortable? Here's the thing. Feeling uncomfortable emotion will always be present in our life. So achieving our goal cannot make it dependent of no longer feeling uncomfortable emotion. The goal, the reason why we set the goal is to learn to feel these uncomfortable emotions and continue to move forward. That, if your goal is focused on you learning to feel any emotion, being willing to face any emotion and still move forward, that's a clean goal. Okay. Checkpoint number, I think we're at 7 here. You can't wait to tell everyone you're pursuing this goal. You can't wait to tell everyone you achieved this goal. You can't wait to post it on social media. You can't wait to share your complicated, hard goal and all the things you're going to do it. That's a dirty goal. Remember your days of dieting, right? What did we do? We share with the world, right? On January 1st, we posted on Facebook, I'm starting a weight loss journey of losing X amount of weight, or I'm committing to go to the gym 5 days a week. Yay, I've just bought my membership, or I did this, right? We were proud because that short moment of sharing with the world how we were trying to be compliant felt relief. We felt a short burst of relief by showing to the world how we were trying to finally be compliant. And it made us feel a little bit worthy. In the same way, when we finally achieved the goal, we see that all the time, ladies, right? How many people we know post on social media and brag when we see them about the weight they lost, right? Because that moment of bragging about their weight loss makes them feel better about themselves. But as we all know, that's short-lived, right? Diets don't work. And then within a month or 2, 3 months, they'll stop talking about this goal they achieve because it's no longer a reality in their life. So a dirty goals is something you want to make public and something that you're proud of sharing because it makes you feel better about yourself. Here's another checkpoint, and this is very relevant to right now. Setting dirty goals, going through the process of planning the dirty goals makes you feel high, right? This is this whole concept of fantasy thinking. As you're sitting and buying the new fancy agenda for the new year, or you're manipulating your calendar to be more productive and you're buying the new thing that's going to make this goal possible, you have a dopamine rush. You have a relief of feeling terrible about yourself because you haven't realized, because you're just like me, you're buying into the concept that your goals are there to make you feel better. You don't allow yourself to feel better right now. You make it conditional to this big scheme process of setting complicated goals. So setting clean goals does not give you this high because it's very simple, because it's not about the goals and it's not about the thing that society rewards as being worthy. It's about something completely different. So there we go. We've gone through the checkpoint list of dirty goals. So pretty much you can, if you've written this down, you have to do the opposite if you want to set non-diet goals that are clean, that will provide you with a better life, a feeling of self-confidence, a feeling of peace right now, today. That all this amazing life you want to create for yourself is not conditional to the goal. That you have a possibility of experiencing this right away. That's diet culture free goals. Goals that meets these checkpoints are clean goals. These are the goals that are going to make your life better today. I truly hope from the bottom of my heart that this episode was helpful to you. And if it did resonate with you, please let me know. Reach out on social media or leave us a review. We haven't had a lot of review recently. So if you've been listening and you're new to the podcast, you haven't left a review yet, I would be so grateful if you did, if you enjoyed the show for sure. I love you, my sister, and I'll see you on the next episode. Beyond ready to shed diet culture from your life and become the expert at your own body? Awesome. Then you need to join Undiet Your Life program. Go to stephaniedodier.com/join and join us now. Undiet Your Life is the first program of its kind with the unique combination of mindset, life coaching with intuitive eating, and body image. Find your freedom, reclaim your power, and take control of your time so you can refocus on what really matters to you. Join Undiet Your Life at stephaniedodier.com/join, and I'll see you on the other side.